I want to give you a little demo of my turkey calls, this Persuader. Show y'all a couple little tips and techniques that I picked up over the years that I've been successful with. One thing about a friction call, whether it be a slate, crystal, or glass, is these calls, they don't like moisture. They do not like the misty, foggy, rainy conditions that we turkey hunters are sometimes faced with in the spring. The main thing, I send a piece of Scotch-Brite with each of my calls. First thing you want to do is go left to right and get that surface clean so there won't be no surprises, no off-the-wall, squeals or screeches that's gonna, throw up a red flag, the old thunder throat out there. And my technique, everybody's got a different way they call. Some people call just straight lines. I've seen the pros on TV call just like that. Let me slow that down for you. That's how they call. And as you speed that up, and they kill turkeys. But my technique, I like that break, that raspy snap, the breaking yelp, if you will. And how I do it, I rest my pinky on the rim of the call right there, and I do little counterclockwise circles about the size and shape of a jelly bean, and I'll start that out slow to demonstrate. I don't start it out slow when I'm hunting, but to show you guys, this is what it sounds like. And right there in the bottom, right in the dip of the J, if you will, of the counterclockwise jelly bean, when I speed that up, that dip is where you're going to get that breaking yelp and get that snap that I love. And this is what it'll sound like. I'll start it out slow, and then I'll speed it up to the normal yelp at about the speed that I turkey call. Start it out slow. We'll speed it up. Slow it back down. And it's going to be the same technique on whatever call it is. This crystal, same thing. You'll notice a little different sound being in the house here. This is a louder call. That's about the cadence I use. The glass, start out slow to show you. And right there, you'll get an ear for it. You'll know when you get it to where you're happy with it. You notice on this glass call, I've just got a little area that's conditioned. And glass and crystal, it's going to take more than a piece of Scotch-Brite, like you can just clean slate with. With glass and crystal, you've got to really, you want to go left to right and cut some grooves into that glass. And when you start calling on them grooves, you're going across the grain, and that's where you get your friction, hence the name friction call. If you didn't do that, you wouldn't have no sound. And for you guys that showed interest in turkey calls, glass or crystal with a picture up underneath, this is me and my little girl. I made her a call just as a keepsake or a heirloom. It won't do anything. keep that in mind if you choose this type of call, that somewhere on that picture, if I was to use this call, I would have to condition somewhere on that picture to make a, you know, friction area that I can call. But it don't take a whole lot. I just done that little area right there. You're only calling on an area that big. The size of the call is for sound. The holes, it's like an amplifier. You got an internal soundboard that's inside here, and as you call up here, your sound is ricocheting, if you will, bouncing off of that soundboard, coming out them holes. And that's another little tip I can give you. Early in the morning, if you're on a hot bird, you done, you know, snuck in, got too close, he's inside of 100 yards. The last thing you want to do if he gobbles is yelp to him and blow him off the limb, and he'll probably leave the county. But what you can do is cup that call in your hand and smother it, if you will, and muffle that sound down. And that sounds more like tree talk. Early in the morning when they're up there, they're waking up, getting together. That's all they do, is just a couple little yelps. Then when they fly down and start getting together, you know, it's going to be another beautiful day in the turkey woods. That's where your cuts and stuff will come in. Speaking of cutting, different people have different ways to cut too. I stay in the same area and just move my striker around. Now, if you had a slate call, instead of staying in the same area, you could use the whole length of the call and just bring it from the rim on in and go all the way across and just break up the rhythm. Then go back. Same thing with the crystal, if you're cutting on it. A lot of people that hunt turkeys in the fall, I don't fall turkey hunt anymore because we don't have a season unless I go back home. They say they really don't like a slate call because they can't key run on it, and that's the turkey call of the fall, is the key run. But actually you can if you practice it, and I have played with my share of them. The trick is to choke down on that striker and get down close to the tip and just, you know, give it a good squeeze, and it'll sound a little something like this. I'll do the key, and then I'll bring it into a yelp, like a fall call, and it'll sound a little something like this. And that'd be more of a fall call. You do it on crystal and glass the same way. It's actually easier on crystal and glass. Let me see, what else? That's about, well, fight and purr. That's another call I don't use a whole lot of, but you know, that's the only game in town, and that's the one I'm playing. What you do is picture the letter A, and as you bring this leg down, you go back up. It won't make no sound going this way because it's all in how you hold the striker. And what I'll do is I'll just manipulate that striker as I'm calling, and I'll put a few little, you know, spaced out yelps in there to make old Thunderthroat think that there's a you know, a hen in the mix and a couple of youngsters in there fighting over her, and it'll sound a little something like this, these fighting purrs. It'll sound a little something like that when they get excited out in the woods. And that'll go a long ways out in the woods. If you have any questions, I'm trying to make this video short, as you can tell. I made another one and it's sat in there for hours and never did upload. So, but if you have any questions, just drop me a line at SPURSUADER@hotmail.com, and I'll try to help you any way I can. And I'd like to thank those guys that have got turkey calls from me, and I hope you're happy with them. And if you're not, just let me know and we'll try something different.